Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a long time since we've done a live stream. I think I've got my internet problems figured out. I recently moved. I think my old place had a bad connection to the wall or whatever. Um, but this place has nice internet connection, so hopefully I can start streaming again. It's gonna be like a test stream for Monday's trading this week, and we'll see. So glad to be back. And yeah, I'll fill you in on a video this week about what's been going on these last 2 weeks, and then but for now, let's get into the trading. So disclaimer here: trading stocks is very risky. My results are not typical. Typical result of an average trader will be to lose money. Keep in mind you're accountable for your own decisions, and there is no guarantee that watching my content will improve your trading. Now, with that being said, we're up $26 on the day so far. Trading pre-market, we took one trade on BLCM from 114 to 118. Unfortunately, with TradeStation, trading pre-market on these sub $1 stocks is pretty much impossible if they're actually moving, because the ladder doesn't update fast enough. But yeah, so I will be looking to trade BLCM at the open. Hopefully we get a move into a halt. That's what I'll be looking for. I'll be trying to use somewhat large size if it is moving, because it's right in my ball house. Alright, so we got about a minute to the open here. Let's see, is everything set up properly for the layout? I think so. You guys can see the time there. P&L. Looks good. Alright. Got about 20 seconds or 30 seconds to the open here. So far, I'm only really watching BLCM. Some side notes would be IMRN. There we go. This one's not moving too much though. Pack W, I traded on Friday. This one is one of those banking stocks from last month. Alright, let's watch this at the open here. 32's the halt up. Big selling at 15. And at 15 there. Back out at 14. Big sellers, that's 12. Need to see big bids. Sellers at 13. And at 15, watching 18, 19. Watching that seller at 19. 29 the halt up. 24 is the high now. Watching 25 break. 30's the halt up. Took a little bit off at 26. Watching 30 for the halt up. Holding into the hold up. So gave back some money on SMX over the course of a few trades. One second here, TRBN. No, I can't trade it. Not until it gets back over 1. I don't think. Check 68 on SMX. Break a 70. Oh, it's a false break. 67. False broke out. It false broke out, but then it bounced back. It's holding levels. Watching 70 still. Good at 63. 2-cent loss. Resumption in 30 seconds on BLCM, unless the gap is too large and then it'll resume later. Should resume though. Showing a 37 resumption. Ten seconds. Out of 30. Hold down on that thing. Seller at 80 on SMX. Try getting out 85, no fill. Taking it off break even at 81. SMX, I feel like it's kind of going without me. 99's the halt up. At 85 there. Watch 90. I think that was a loss. And at 94 here on TRVN. Watch 95 break. Watching 96, 97. Out at 91. Out at a 98 or 89. Watching back over 90. Watch back over 90 here. Didn't sell her 88, 99. Cutting it for a big loss. Damn. Haven't learned, I guess. IMRN. Shooting up. 33 halt up. 52 halt up. Shooting star candle. Is it recovering? Fire at 10. I'm getting played on everything. TRBN's back up. Taking a starter at 90 on TRBN. Taking an ad at 91. Watch 92. There's 93. 94. Took some off at 92.70. Taking it all up at 91. Watching 96, 97 on Tavern. Watch 98. Took some off at 95 and 96. Now we're watching 98 for breakup 1. Watch 99, breakup 1 here. Watch breakup 99, breakup 1. Good. Back in at 3, watching 4. Breakup 8. Watch 8 here. Watch 108. Look for the halt up here. 19. 11. Out at 9 and 8. It's halting up. Now that it's above $1, we should be able to trade it easier. Uh, I didn't hold into this halt up because it was struggling to get into it. It was tapping it, then going down 3 cents, then tapping it again. It was just sticking to it. But it looks like this one's so far it looks like the level 2 is showing some of a gap. BLCM, which halted at the open, didn't gap at all. So, and that one was a strong halt. So we'll see what happens at TRBM. At 97 on BLCM. Watching 98. There's 98.11. Watch 98.99. Move back over $1. Watch that seller at 1. Watching 101. Filled out 101 on that buy. Unfortunate. Halt ups at 115. There's 104. Seller at 105. Huge buyer at 1. Loading in. Watching over 105. That seller at 105. Taking a third off of at 104. If I can. Taking it off. 102 and 101. The huge buyer is still there, but I feel like it's a fake order. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling internally. It feels like it's a fake order, or that it's not going to hold up. Because if it would have gone, it would have gone already. With that big of a buyer. I'm closely watching it because the halt level's 10 cents away. Resumption on TRBN is going to be in 30 seconds. So hopefully BLCM doesn't go right now. Because I want to watch the TRBN resumption. Okay, we got 15 seconds to resumption here. 10 seconds showing a 5-cent gap. Watching halt up at 34. Made some money on that resumption. Watching a micro dip. At 26. Average is 29. Watch 30. Watch that seller at 30. Although it's now 43. Watching 39. There we go. Watch 40 here. 43. We did get a gap. I will hold into this hold. We did get a gap last time, so I'm fine holding into this. BLCM now. Big buyers at 5 now. It feels like it's very thick BLCM. The big buyer got bought completely. And at 104, test size. Hopping back out at 101. I was a little bit too early of an exit though. It wasn't breaking down yet. Back in 103. At 1. Right now just watching BLCM. It's very thickly traded. The float on it's only 8 million, so it shouldn't be this thick, but I guess because of the price being low. Buyers at 5. Taking a starter at 6, we'll see that sell at 7. Sellers at 5 now. Okay, watching 7. Watching 7 break. There's an 8. Took some off at 8. Rest out at 7. Hey Lays. I've been good. I had a big red day 2 weeks ago, which is why I kind of stopped uploading for a little moment because I was very emotional during that time. Um, I'll go over it sometime this week so I can get back to starting to upload again. But yeah, so been good other than that. Just testing out this broker and making sure everything's ready so I can start streaming again. I can't really see the chat right now because the way I have my broker set up, I see my executions on the screen where I normally would see my chat. So if I don't respond to you for like 10 minutes, it's because I'm trading and I have to see my order execution prices so I know where I'm in it. Um, but yeah, I will open the chat periodically, but it'll be closed for most part. So TRBN showing a resumption price of 150s. So we're getting a nice gap here. It should resume about 5 seconds from now. Nice, watching 60. Nope, out at 50. Back in 55 for break of 60. Watching 60. Out at 45 because the halt down's at 42. So lost in the resumption. Sitting at 55 out at 45. That's a $200 loss. So I never saw 60 on the ask. I saw 60, but I never saw 63. And there's no way to get out on the ask there. My exit price on the shares I was holding into the halt was 50. Bought back at 55, 2,000 shares, then back out at 45. IMRN's popping and dropping. Let's see if this time wants to stick around. 320 is the price. $310. And at 9, watching 16 on IMRN. I take some off at 14. Took a little bit off at 14, watching 17, 18, and 20. Buyer at 11, watching 17. Out the rest at 12. Buyer at 8. SMX popping up. Alt ups at 212. At 94, watching 97, 98. High of this candle. Back out 92. I missed the entry. See if I can get back on the 199 on the bid. No. And at 96 there, watching back over 2. Watch back over 2 here. There's 202, 204, 5. Watching 12, watching 23 for the halt up. Watch 23 for a halt up. See it stick. Watching 23 on the bids. 31 now, that's the halt up. Taking some more up at 21 just in case. Out the rest at 20. Back in 14, watching 20. Out at 13. At 12, watching 13, there's 20. Watch 20 here, 15, 17. Watch 19, 20. Taking off at 14, playing it safe. At 7, watching 10. Out at 4. TRBN resumed. BLCM possibly going above 10 here. We'll wait on SMX. I meant to do a bid order, not a market order. My bad. Out at 209. Starter at 15, watching this break of 20. Out at 14. Back in 16, watching 17, 18. Watching 20 break here. Out of it there at the 25 and 37. Watch that seller at 40. Watch the seller at 40. Out at 24. Unfortunate. Starter 28. Watching back over 30. With the seller at 40. Watch 30. Out at 25. Dubs at 44 on TRBN. Holding less into the halt depth this time. Only holding 600 shares into the halt up. So SMX is starting to look weak around this $2 area. IMRN is above VWAP, but it's looking very choppy. Don't think I want to trade it that much. SMX, I think I'm gonna let it do a 5-minute pullback. Not too sure. Actually, SMX on the 5-minute chart, it has this giant red topping tail. It just looks very ugly. So, IMX, I'd have to let it play out for another 5-10 minutes to see where it's going. Sorry, SMX, not IMX. Resumption on TRBN is going to be at 13:45, so about 2 minutes. Okay, why? Resumption in 30 seconds on TRBN. Resumption in 15. Showing a somewhat flat resumption. Out at 55. Looks like it went higher. At 64, watching 70. Out at 67. At 60. Out at 56. Back in 60. Watch 79 is the halt up. Break over 70. Watch 77. Take 8 off as it pops up. Holding 600 shares, halt ups at 81. Out the rest at 67. Seller at 72. This might flush into a halt down 51. Careful. It's getting whippy. Feels like it's gonna halt down here. Halt level's only 3 cents away. Yeah, halt down here. Unless there's a big bid. I don't see one. Feels like it's popping. I don't want to be too hasty on it. It was 1 cent away from halting down. And now it's back up. I think over 70 is where I'll take a starter. Only 1,000 shares though. Taking a starter here. Watching 81 is the halt up. Seller at 70. Watching 81 for the halt up. 74. Cutting it at 65. $40 loss. Big buyer at 70. I'm too late. So the big buyer didn't hold up either. It's getting harder to read. 76 the high of this candle. Wait till I can get a solid read on it. I don't want to jump into anything that I can't read. So here it's halting up 81. 78, 72. Try buying the dip at 73. I would cancel that order. Made back the loss. From 80 to 83 is where I took my trade. Starter 77. Out at 75. Back in 72, out at 70. Back in 76, watching 80. Out at 75. At 72, watching 75. Buyer at 74, watching 84. 86. Took most of it off at 79. Watching 86. Took some off at 82. Buyers at 80. Watch 86 halt up. Out the rest at 80 as that buyer fills. Starter 78, watching 80. $85 highs. There's 83. Taking off at 70. Bit of a bigger loss off the top. 8-cent loss, 2,000 shares, 160. Seller at 70 on TRBN. All downs at 60. So I'm a little bit cautious buying down here. Starter at 70 as that seller breaks. Now watching 75. I want to see this back over 75. Alright, that's 75. Brings our average to 72. 71, 60. Watching 78 here. Taking a little bit off at 78 if I can. Took some off at 76 also. Watching 85 halt up, or halt ups at 90. Watching 90 here. Average is 72. Very nice average going into the halt. Taking some more off into the halt. We'll hold to 600 shares again. Because we're getting close to that $2 area, so I want to hold a little bit more. SMX is kind of bouncing between $2 and 190. The 5-minute chart on SMX looks like it's got its 5-minute pullback at this point. If it wants to start moving up again, it can, and it'd be fine. But yeah, it's been pulling back for the last 15 minutes. Let's see, the resumption on this thing's going to be at 28.48, 28.48. Okay, SMX starting to pop up. Back down though, look at that. Starter at 3. See if it holds 2 here. Does it hold 2 flat here? No, 198 on the bid. Does it hold? I'm gonna cut it at 201 or 202. Hey, Circ Live. Nice to see you back in here. Okay, resumption here is about a minute and a half away. Also, I'm seeing ECIG. Does it have good volume? Looks like it recently halted as well. Let's see what the level 2 looks like. It's got a little bit light volume for its price. I don't really. We could take like 600 shares on it. Let's see, 30-cent risk. That's a $200 loss. Ugh. We could take 400 shares on it. If we took 400 shares on it, I think it'd be fine, right? Actually, we have not traded it yet, so let's go ahead and take 200 shares. If we do take a trade, it'll be 200 shares. That way, if I'm just completely wrong, I don't have a rhythm on the stock, it's not going to go poorly for me. But it looks like it is breaking VWAP, or at least tapping it. 15 seconds to resumption on TRBN as well. Watching resumption here. Maybe looking at this for a break of 2. Taking it off at 84. All downs at 78. Where was my average on TRBX? It was at 75, 72. So still took it off for profit, just gave back 5 cents. If I had just sold into the hold up, I would have been selling at 90 instead of 84. So gave back a little bit in terms of P&L, in terms of settling before the halt and after the halt. We'll see though, it has halted down already before today. It resumed lower, but it curled for 5 minutes and halted back up. So we'll see if this is it. It's kind of the way it's moving up has kind of slanted. It's less parabolic than it was before. You see, this is a much bigger angle than this is right here. So it has slowed down going into this halt down. So I wouldn't be surprised if it halted down again and then opened near VWAP. Or if it consolidates for a little while and then kind of slowly fades to VWAP. I'm not sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if it dies off here. Starter at 610, bit late on that entry. BCIG. High of day is 652. Is it gonna get back over 6 here? There's 6. The ask. Spread's tightening up. Watching the time and sales. I'm cutting at 80, 81. Bit light volume. But it is popping. It's probably due to the momentum on TRBN and BLNM or BLCM. We'll see if those sellers at 64 or 63 and 65 go away. Starter 63. Looked like those sellers were gonna break, but then they didn't. Give it one more second here. 63 on the ask. Watch that seller. Watching the seller at 63. Watch 64, 65. TRBN looks like it's halting up. GTC support at 65. I made money on GTC, but I'm gonna avoid it. It's just too low volume. Yeah, there it goes down to 63. BLCM. We could revisit this one as it gets close to $1 again. There are sellers at 99 on BLCM. Taking a starter here. 89.60. Watching break of 1. Oops. Add at 1. Watching 101. Watching 101 here. VWAP's at 102. Sellers at 1. Add at 1. Watching 101. There's 102. Try to take some off at 102. Took it all off at 1 and 101. And then 1. Yeah, 101 and 1. That's where I took it off. Small gain, like 60 bucks. Buyer at 99. Taking a starter at 1. Took some off for a 1 cent loss. Holding the rest. We'll see 101 again. Watching 101. I'm gonna take off the rest for a loss as well. So 8,000 shares, 1 cent loss, 80 bucks. TRV on resumption should be at 39.44. Starter at 98. Watch 99. 10 seconds to resumption. March 18. I played that resumption poorly, but we still made a little bit of money on it. Initially took a 2-cent loss, then took a 4-cent gain, so made 40 bucks on it. Nothing much. It's the second halt up in a row, though. Last time it did that, it halted down. So we'll see. Taking a starter at 97.30. The LCM with the big buyer at 97. There's a seller in the 98 area. I want to see that break. Watching that seller at 98.50. Okay, we're in heavy 98.20 average. Watching break at 99. Watch 99 here. There we go, watch 1 here. Watch break of 1. I have hope for it for the break of 1. But I am going to have to bail on a little bit of it. Yeah, so I bailed on my break even trade. Put at 99 or 98.60, 98.20. GTC now. It's still low volume though. Don't trust it. So yeah, BLCM, we sold that break even. I couldn't get anything out above 99, which was unfortunate, but at least we got out break even on that big position. Nice to see you all again, Farzad, trader community. I'm glad that the day I come back is a great green day. That makes me feel better about coming back. I left about 2 weeks ago on a really big red day. The number is it's about 5,000, so I lost 5,000 about 2 weeks ago. I've been break even since, so that's the good note, is that I haven't lost any money since the big loss. But yeah, so I've been emotionally trying to recuperate. I don't think I could have done it if I was streaming. If I was streaming, I'd probably just spiral more. So I took some time off, and yeah, coming back now that my emotions have settled down, and I'm getting ready to get back to work. So BLCM looks like it's going to pop through 99 here, 99.50. Also, resumption on TRBN is going to be about 30 seconds. So the spread on BLCM is about a half a penny to a whole penny, which is kind of big for this low price stock. I guess we'll watch the resumption on TRBN instead. Yeah, we'll watch the resumption on TRBN. Follow. I am. I feel like I should have been in there. That's strange. I should have been in there. Watch 30 here, 27. Watching 27. Buyer at 23. Out at 21. It's bigger loss. About 160. And there at 29. 28. There's 36. Out at 36. So break even on those last two trades. Looks like it's halting up again. Sir Clive, how do I like the 10-second charts? I'm not really using them too much. I'm still trading off the 1 minute mostly and the level 2. I just occasionally glance over at it to kind of see like, oh, it was kind of doing a little cup, it was doing like a little cup pattern on the 10-second chart. It's great for micro scalps, but other than that, I don't use it too much. So when you're scalping like 1 second trades, that's when it's useful. But if you're gonna be holding for 12, 20 to 30 seconds, it's not really helpful because that's like 3 candles at that point on this chart in terms of like for finding an entry. But if you're trying to get an entry on the 10-second chart, it's probably only like a 1 second, 2 second long trade. But yeah, it's nice to have an extra tool I can use. I did miss this move on BLCM, which I'm a little bit upset about. I'm not upset. Wrong word. Um, there's opportunity cost to trading TRVN there, which was to miss any potential move on BLCM. Farzad, I'm using TradeStation as my execution broker right now. So that's what the 10-second chart and the ladder is. This is TradeStation. The level 2 is DOS, and then the charting here on the 1 minute chart is Thinkorswim. So watching BLCM here, lots of sellers. Taking a starter at 3. Added at 4. Watching 5 break here. A bit too big of a buyer. Seller at 5. Seller at 4. Buyers at 3 now. Watch 4 break. Back up to 5. Taking 600 off at 5 and 6. Trying to get some out at 7, possibly. Big buyer at 4. Watching 7. Taking off 600 at 7. Taking some off at 6. Took some more off at 5. 4. And getting the rest out at 3. Okay, TRBN resumption. It's going to be in 40 seconds. This is the 3rd halt in a row up, so I assume it's not going to go as smoothly as the last 2. "15 seconds to resumption." Okay, there's 48. Watching 50 break, 59's the halt up. There we go. Out at 53. Back in 54, watch 59. Watch 50. '63's halt up. I'm cutting at 51. Glad I did. Yeah, once it was hesitating at 58, it wasn't chasing the halt levels anymore. So the halt level was at 50, was at 58 or 59. And then it moved up to 63. And the second it didn't really want to chase 63, it kind of just started halting. It started kind of pausing at 58. And it's the 3rd halt up. I was like, nope, gotta get out. So I cut it at 51. And then literally 2 seconds later, it's down at 33, halting down. So that's the rule of 3 in terms of when you're trading halts. 3 halts up in a row. Be careful with that 3rd halt resumption. Usually it ends up in a halt down more often than not. So if it's not extremely strong out of that 3rd halt, then you want to be cutting any trader you're in. So BLCM here, doing a little bit of a 1-minute pattern, but its range is only like 2-3 cents. I'm not sure if I want to trade it that much. There's 106, seller at 106. Excuse me. Okay, it's getting 106 here. If he does want to break 106 and then shoot up to 110, I'm fine with that. And at 7, watching 10. Adding at 9, watching 10. Trying to get out some at 13, out the rest at 13. Nice little pop. Glad I was able to get my whole position out at 13. Very nice. We did break the 110 pivot, but we're kind of back below it. So, let's see here. 112, we did break that as well. 115. I guess the next resistance is at 115. And then we'll see 120. I guess every 5 cents looks like it has resistance. Starter, watching 15. Out at 13 and 12. Pretty much a break-even trade. It's a topping tail, but there is buying at 10. Taking it off break even. Don't like the big seller at 15. If the seller at 15 starts to thin out, I'll get back in. Starter at 12 or 11.50. Add at 13 brings our average to 12.20. Out at 11. Excuse me. So still big sellers at 15. Starter here at 12. TRBN showing signs that it wants to go higher. Give it a second. Out at 10 on BLCM. TRBN halting down again. Buyer at 10 on BLCM. Okay, 8 core. Halt ups at 86. $73. Starter 73. Ugh, down to 67 right away. 65. Watch 68, 69, 70. Does it get back above 70 here? Gonna go ahead and cut it at 66 a core. Just not a good trade. $140 loss. Buyers at 9, PLCM. And at 1050 average, PLCM. Cut it at 9, damn it. Now it's at 12. Alright. Reducing size on it. Was using 4,000 shares, I'll use 2,000 or 1,000. Also, let's see here. It wasn't that big of a loss. It was 60 bucks. But we've given back 200 off the top. I believe with the loss on A core, 140, 200, 240 to, yeah, it's about 300 off the top almost. TRBN will resume in about a minute and a half. On both these halts down, it showed signs of strength before turning over. We'll see if it's the same case for this one. 18 is where it halted down. Showing a small gap down right now. Ten seconds to resumption. Signs of strength. Let's see if it wants to hold down again. At 20, watching 20 break. Can I get the break over 20? Out at 15. Now it's at 28. 25, we're in. Watching 35 halt up. Watching 35. Seller at 33. Watch the seller at 33. $38 now. There we go. 89 on A-core. At 80 on A-core. Watching 82. And at 80 average. Watching 86. Took some off at 84. Watch 86. Halt ups at 91. Watch 86. Adding back at 85, watching 86 break. Watch 87. There's 88, watching 92 halt up. There's 88, watching 89. Took some off 86. More up at 86, watch 89. Added at 88. What? That's a high fill. That was a high fill. That ruins the whole trade. The add at 88 should have been an add at 82. 82 or 83. Well, at least we didn't lose too much on it. At least it didn't flush down to like 70 something. Starter 85. Watching 86. Taking it off for one something, also 82. I meant a 3-cent loss is what I meant. Resumption on TRB ends 1 minute. Excuse me. Possible entry at 82, but the halt resumption's coming soon, so I'm not gonna take it. Okay, watching 15 seconds to resumption here. Showing a 250 resumption with high day being 259. Let's watch this thing. $37 to halt down. There we go. And hit 57 out at 66. Got a $200 gain. Wish I'd punched it for more. Only used 2,000 shares there. It's starting to go parabolic again. That's 2 halts up in a row, making a new high day as well. On A-core, I think I'm going to give up A-core. I'm not really reading it properly. So I'm going to go ahead and give it up. Put BLCM back on here. Starter at 10 on BLCM. On that dip. Cutting at 950. Yeah, so topping tail candle. That's going red as well. Okay. So A-core is making pushes for high again, but I haven't traded it well at all, so I'm just going to let it be. Unless it gets close to $1 a share, I'm just going to leave A-core alone. ACOR. So what's the P&L? 3,300, not bad. Alex, no level 2 anymore, just the book. So I'm pretty sure it's against regulations to stream live level 2 data. So I know a lot of other traders, they cover their level 2, so I'm just following suit. Um, if it's a live stream, I covered the level 2, but if it's a recording, level 2 can be shown because it's not live anymore. But yeah, for live streams, it has to be covered. Trader community, do you prepare yourself for your trading days? I'm West Coast, so I get up at like 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes I sleep in till 5:45, 6. Use the restroom, and then sit down and start looking at the scans. I have breakfast afterwards, after I'm done trading. So once I get too hungry, 2 or 3 hours into trading, then that's when I go ahead and call it a day. In terms of anything specific, I'm just kind of sitting down and looking at the gap scanner. I don't really have any like meditation routine or anything. Just sitting down, um, remembering what I studied the previous night, because I'll do my stock review the night like right before bed at night. So taking a look at those notes before the next trading day. TradeStation much better than Thinkorswim. It has its pros and cons. One of my best strategies is trading stocks under $1, but I can't really do that at TradeStation because of the way that they have their order routing set up. They only a lot of the stocks at TradeStation that are under $1, you can only trade them in penny increments instead of thousandths of a penny increments. So it limits how much you can trade sub-dollar stocks. Looks like A-core is making a move towards $1. We'll see. One second, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the chat for just a second. Alright, so TRBN resumption shortly. Watching break of 1 on A core. Sellers at 99. Watching the sellers at 99. Watching break of 1. 105 is the halt up. Oh, 7 to halt up. Taking some off. It's hesitating a bit too much. There's the resumption. TRBN. 71 halt up. We'll watch the break of 1 on A core. Cutting it. Giving it one more chance. Starter 99. Ugh. Down to 95. Okay, watching TRBN, 75. 79 salt up. Out at 79. At 91 on A core. Watching 92. Big seller at 93. So see it come back up to 92. See if it wants to get back up to 92, and so I can get an exit here. There's 91.50. Watching that seller at 93. Is it gonna budge? Watching 93 for the break. '93's budging. Adding at 93. Watch 95. 97. 97's the high of that previous candle. Watch 95. Taking a little bit off at 95. There's 97. Watch 97. There's 99. There's 1. Watching the break of 1. Added at 1. Watching this break. Give it one more try for the break here. Some nice pullback into the break. See if we can go through. There's 98. There's 98 here. Taking the rest off 97. And TRBN's still not halted up. There's 87. Break of 1 on A-core. Watch 101. Hidden seller at 1. It's thinning out. There's 101. Watching the break. 102, 3, 5. Halt upset 12. Back out at 1. It's topping tail. It's not going. So the hidden seller broke, but too much selling resistance. So TRVN slowly getting halted up at 290, 287. But now that A-core's broken 1, we can try and take trades on it more efficiently and effectively. So watching 105. Started here at 4. Watching 5. Then watching 6 and 7 for the break. Cutting it at 3. Watching a dip. Starter at 5 with the buyers at 3. Watching 6. There's 7. 14's the halt up. Watch 8. Buyers at 6. Sellers at 6. Watch 8, 9. Sellers at 10. Watching the sellers at 10. 14's the halt up. Get some more off. At 7. Watching 10 for the break. Add at 10. Watching 10 break. Watching that seller at 10. Took some more off at 8. Took the rest off at 8. So lost on the add at 10. Buyer at 5. Slowly getting sold into. It's holding. Back in at 7, watching 10. 10 for the break. Watching 10. Taking it off at 9, some out at 10, some out at 8. Starter at 10 again, watching 12. Alt ups at 21.
There's 12, 17, 21's the halt up. He taps 20. Huge seller came in, out at 14. Watching that seller get sold into. If it breaks, we go in. And at 12, watching 22 for the halt up. Out at 10. That exit at 10 was a scared exit. I didn't need to get out yet. So we did get the pop, but no follow through. Halt down TRVN. And A core continuing a little bit lower. So A core we were flat on, but we were red on it like 2 or 300, so I'm not mad about being flat on it. And we traded it nicely, caught the pop, sold the pop at like 14, which was disappointing. There was a huge seller. Let's see, it was 998 on the time on the level 2, so that'd be almost 100,000 share seller at 219 or at 119 or 118. And that instantly sent the price back down to 14, 12, 10. Got an exit at 14. But before it did have that big seller, I was able to get 100 shares out at 19 and 600 out at 17. So not bad. Let's see. $110 on the ask. It's popping up here. Buyer at 6. Back in at 10. Watching 12 for a pop. Okay, watching 14 here, 16. There's 18. Again, so now at 17, watching 18. See if that seller's gonna pop break, because last time it was huge. There's 19, 24 is the halt up. Seller at 18. Took some more off at 16. Playing it safe. Now watching for an add back at 18 if it breaks. There's sellers at 18, 17, and 19. Getting out the rest at 15. I have to wait for those sellers to calm down a little bit. Sellers at 13. Starter here at 13. Just 1,000 shares. Okay, 15. Buyers at 11. Need to see if those sellers at 17 came down a little bit. Okay, watch 15, 16 here. Need to see the bids come up to 14, 15. Taking the ad at 15 brings our average to 14. Watching 15 break. Got it at 13. False breakout on the 1 minute chart. I want to see how it reacts to those sellers at 16 and 18 again. Right now there's a lot of selling going on. It's keeping it in this 108 to 113 range. There's lots of sellers between 115 and 120. Okay, TRBN resumed flat. 57's the halt down. Looks like it's heading towards there. Alright, pop. 87 halt up. Yeah, 57, 70. It's 57, yeah, okay. Halting down. And A core could use a pullback. There's 8. 7. Buyers at 7. And at 8 there. Watching back over 10. Sellers at 8. There's 10. Orders going through at 10. I'm taking it off at 9 for a 1 cent gain. I feel like it's gonna stick underneath 10 for a little bit. There also is a hidden seller at 10 right now. Not sure how big it is. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so what did I miss here? Okay, that is what I thought. Thanks, man. No problem, Alex. By the way, following you for a while, really appreciate your content. I'm trading penny stocks and scalping options for the last 3 years. Awesome, Alex. I haven't dabbled in options at all. When I was first getting started, I was looking at Warrior Trading a lot. He always said options was basically like the devil's uh, stock trading. So I never really touched it. So, and I don't think I probably ever will. But good for you if you're able to trade it profitably. Thoughts on TradeStation so far? Yeah, it's good. I'm not getting. There was some issues during the first week of transitioning that I was getting a lot of platform errors, as in my positions wouldn't show as filled right away, but they would fill right away, but they wouldn't show on my platform as filled, so I couldn't sell. Um, and then there were some issues with let's see, just hotkeys. But that's my fault. Hotkey issues. fix those up. And then they've been pretty good about getting me rebates on orders where I deserve a better price. I've gotten 2 rebates from them so far. Um, have a great day, trader community. Sorry if I missed you. Um, Sir Clive, you tried options, lost thousands. Yeah. It's definitely riskier even than just regular day trading. But I mean, with great risk comes great reward. So if you're able to master options, great, good for you. That's great. Let's see, Romaine, you're back. Yeah, it's definitely great to make this much today. With with the $5,000 loss almost being gone, almost. So this takes out a lot of it, which is great. It looks like everything's starting to slow down though. SMX is actually curling up a little bit, but let's see. I'm green on SMX, right? Yeah, I'm green 600 on it almost. Maybe I should look into that. I'll keep Acore on a side chart. Let's pull up SMX. It's moving slowly, but it does have volume. Oops, SMX. There we go. Previous pivot was at, let's see, 242. This was at 222. This is 15. All right. Oh, look at that. The second I tried to decide to trade it, it flushes. Well, okay. I guess SMX is just telling me to stop trading today. That was a pretty clear sign that, hey, you need to stop trading today. Morning, Mateo. Long time no see. Monkey Shine. Yeah, it's probably best to learn about the markets in general first before you dip into anything too risky like options. So yeah, I agree that's probably best to keep your head in stocks, and then if you want to dip your toe into options later on, you can do that, but for now just learn the fundamentals, learn the technical analysis, and then you can go ahead and if you are seeking greater risk, you can go ahead, dip your toe into options. If you don't like it, only risk a little bit, so that way you're not losing your whole bank account over it. But yeah, and you can always try simulator trading. I'm not sure if they have simulator trading for options. I don't know, but if they do, probably try that first if you were to try it. Well, guys, oh, 8 cores back up. Back over 10. Okay. I want to end kind of around where I am on the P&L chart right now, so I don't really want to take any big losses. I'll probably use small size here. I have 13. I have 21. 19. 21's still helped up. This was a 10-cent pop, so maybe that is all we get for now. Let's see, 5-minute chart is going to close here in 15 seconds, and it looks like it has a high of 13. Previous high was 16. So 13 is the spot to watch for the breakout. Maybe 2 minutes from now. Maybe now. We'll see. So getting some red on the tape here at 9. I don't want it really back below 10 that much because 10 proves to be difficult to get back over. See, now we're back below 10. It's getting a little bit difficult to get back over it. But also, our volume kind of disappeared. We had 350,000 and now it's only 50,000. So volume disappeared a little bit. But that's good on a pullback candle. If we were pushing up with low volume, that'd be bad. But a pullback candle with low volume, not that bad. So we'll see if the next candle wants to break back over 10. We'll look for 13. 5-minute candle to make a new high. Gonna take a starter here at 9 to get a better price than 10 with a stop at 8. Getting that starter at 9 versus 10 just means that if I have to bail at 8 on the bids, I just get a less of a loss, just like that. So, but I got filled at 7. I was a little bit slow on that exit, so it didn't really do much. Here's the resumption on TRBN. 40, 50 wants to halt up. At 41, watch 42, 55, or 45. Okay. 33, 34, watch 40. I gotta cut it at 27, unfortunate. TRBN's kind of holding the 30s right now. Watching the 40, seller at 40. Buyer at 38.3. Seller at 38. Watching back over 40. Damn it. Had to cut it at 30. So we gave back, I think, 300 total on TRBN. So TRBN, I don't think I could trade it again. It's kind of backside a little bit right now. Watching 16, 17. Seller at 19, 20, seller at 20. Taking most of it off at 18. Out the rest at 17. Watch that seller at 20. So watching that seller at 20. In there for the break of 20. Watch 26 halt up. Did you see the bid come up to 19? Bid at 12. 13. Damn. Damn. Right, that I'm gonna cut the day there. Yeah. So the exits there were let me show. Go ahead, take a picture of this. Let's see. Here we go. This was the trades on Acorn just now. Let's see, can you see? Nope, you can't see. Okay. 1 second here. How do I show you guys? Can you see it? No, you can't see it. That's so strange. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can see that. Okay, yeah. So here we got in 4,000 shares at 15 or 1350 average and sold those slowly. These are all sell orders from 16 up to 19 at one point and then 18 mostly on that orders. So that was a nice solid win on 4,000 shares. About 4 cents, 3 to 4 cents on 4,000 shares. Solid win. But then here we had a 6,000 shares right here. And this trade was what did us in. So 4,000 shares at 20. We had dropped to, let's see. We had dropped to 17 on the bid. There was a buyer at 17 on the bid. And as it broke, that's when I should have been out. And instead I added at 13 on a dip, but I was already full size at 4,000 shares. So that was a mistake. Adding to position where I'm already maxed out in terms of the risk I want to take on. And especially at 13. At 13, I'm already down 6 cents, 7 cents off my initial entry. 7 cents on 4,000 shares, that's $300. So I was already down 300 on the trade, and I decided to add. And then 2 seconds later, it's down at 8. I take the loss there. And yeah, right now it's sitting at 11 and 12, so I took 4 cents of a unnecessary loss, but who's to say it wasn't gonna flush down to $1 a share there? You know, you can't predict the future. So taking it off at 8 was the right call, but I should have took it off even earlier. I should have took it off as soon as it broke 17. So yeah, my bad. That would have made it to where we had a lot more on the day. We probably would have been at like 3,400 if we took it off at 17. Actually no, it probably would have been a lot more. Probably been like 3,600. Anyways, one mistake to end the day. Not bad. I've been working on that too. I've been working on trying to get quicker exits on when I see the weakness on the level 2. That's been one of my struggles in this past couple of weeks. I've kind of been hesitating for like half a second before I'm actually supposed to sell, and it's been costing me quite a bit. So another issue that I've been working on, but and today it cut me a little bit more than it should have. But overall, great day. Great day. I will not complain about this, and hopefully we can get some halting momentum just like today, tomorrow. If not, I'll try and take it easy. I mean, I wasn't coming in today thinking I was gonna make 3K. I was expecting maybe like 400 to 1,000. That's what I was expecting. So this is a great day. All right. With that though, it's about time for me to head out. Um, TRBN's moving back up towards its hull level. Yeah. It's about time for me to head out, so I will go ahead and do just that. Take care, everybody. I'm glad to be back. Glad you guys are all hanging out again. Hopefully we'll be, or not hopefully, we'll be back tomorrow for another live stream. So take care, guys. Peace out, and yeah, hope you had a great day as well.